I've got front camera, I've got back camera, and I've got the underwing camera. Basically, what I'd quite like to do, I'm not going to end up saying too much on this one, I'm sure, because it'll be a reminiscing type trip. But what I would say is, I have been over to Phil's, and I'm now, interesting, and I'm now wearing the latest design cap, whereby we've got the Jodel on the front, so hopefully that's picked up there. It can't go on this particular model.
Coming up on your left wing.
On this particular model it can't be wider than that panel, which caused a little bit of a problem, which you'll see when I edit that film. But from that camera you should have got the new Jodel, and from the back camera,
Up the traffic, Golf Uniform Sierra, crossing the A10 inbound to join Huntston.
you ought to be able to see that I've got Jodel Flyer. We played around with different sorts of fonts, but that was the font that we came up with, and it'll be interesting to see when I come to edit what that one looks like. John is fairly close.
My name is Tim Palmer. I fly a Jodel DR1050 out of this farm strip in East Anglia. Well, I'm over here with Phil, and what I've got is, this was that hat that became my favourite for a while, and I said to Phil, is there any chance that he could do anything with a new design? So I came up with this design. Once it was actually printed, we knew that it needed to be modified slightly, and then if you look at the back, quite like that. And we did experiment, but as Phil will tell you, to actually get a curve, which I can't film very well, to get a curve to match the curve of the cap was really difficult. So I'll show you what we've come up with. There's just some bits and pieces there that Phil will be talking about later on, but there we are. That was the main Jodel design. And we came up with that as a font. Okay, now as far as the back was concerned, you were saying that there's a problem, didn't you, Phil?
It's not a problem, it's just awkward. You've got to use these hoops. And to hoop this, I've got the top button on the hat there, and this one opens up, thank goodness, to get this flat so I can embroider it. And then I've got to match the curve of this. If you don't hoop it identically, it could be slightly different. So the way we've done this now straight, we get away with that, so we can do it straight, which is nice.
Okay, and if we go just very quickly across to there, you can. Yeah. We've got 6 here ready to work on, but you have already done the reverses.
I've done the reverse. Yeah, so I've already sewn up with the other, because I have to change the machine over, and it's about an hour to change the machine over. So we've now done the back there.
Okay, yeah. And I'm very pleased with that.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
No, I'm really pleased.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put the Jodel on.
Yeah. We're going to do the Jodel on, and that's the Jodel now. So we're bigger.
Yeah.
And we've done away with the writing underneath, so we can now bring the plane.
Because I set a challenge, didn't I? I said I wanted the Jodel to be as wide as it could be within that one panel.
That's it.
And also as low. But you said that we've got to be careful because there's a problem with that as well.
Okay, on the machine, if I show you on the machine, it's got to be sewn upside down for the way it fits in the hat. So here's the design now, which is the bottom of the hat for us.
Which, I mean, we saw in the video that, because often my hat ends up tipped back on my head a bit.
Yeah.
that we needed that to come down as low as possible.
Yeah, which hopefully we've done now.
Yeah.
But on the inside, we've got to avoid all of this.
Yeah.
So everything's got to be avoided. Get the hat here, and I've got to line my mark up with this mark here.
Okay.
There. So I line those up. Get that lined up. If I don't get that lined up, when the plane is sewn on, it'll be off centre.
Yeah.
So the first one, which is now hooped up, lined up. That's now got to go in.
And you say that there's a laser light on there?
Yeah, on this, the first one here, there's a laser light. Just spin that round. Yeah, okay. That's now hooped in, and that's where we'll go with the design.
So you say it takes about an hour to set up a change from one design to another?
Yeah, you've got to take all of these off and then change over to this one underneath. This has to then get put on the machine, and that's how these hoops then lock into this machine. They go in there.
Okay.
And they're held in position that way, so as everything moves, the sewing area is set. Got 3 heads turned on. That's done. Slow speed. Let's do a trace. So the trace now will move the sewing area for us.
Okay.
Let's start the machine and see how we get on.
Okay.
It's got the outline as well now. The machine,
There we are, there's the front
and
and the back. Brilliant.
right, take it out of the. I've got a bit of paper to tear that, but
Yeah.
there you go. That's the first.
Excellent. Real.
Super.
So when you actually first bought this, because it doesn't matter because I'm going to speed it up so there won't be a soundtrack. But when you first bought this, did you actually have to go on a training course, or was it video, or did you have to self-teach?
The mechanic who brought it down gave me.
Now ready to do the back.
The machine's now changed over, so we're now back to the back of the cap for you. So first of all, change the computer program. So the menu.
I don't know whether I'm getting reflections on that or not.
Right, so let me now put this in. The hat on. That's now in, and I can move. If you watch the hat, I can now adjust the hat
Okay.
to where I want. centre on here,
Yeah.
but
Centre on there.
it's got a centre on there. Yeah, that's done. And now we'll just choose the colour, but we've only got one colour on here today, so we've got, this is just white, we've got one white there. So number 1 on my machine is white. That's done. And if you go to this screen, the text should now be written upside down, which it is. So Jodel is now written upside down.
Upside down, okay.
Yeah. And I'll just turn that head off. We've got just got the one head sewing, and then we're ready to start.
Okay. I'm just filming this, but I will of course speed it or cut it or whatever.
Fine, yeah. Well, we're talking there, so a lot of the time it won't finish a letter at the end. It goes back into the middle.
There we are, excellent. And you say, in some respects, that's a much easier hat to work on.
It's an easier hat to work on this, yes. Yeah, I'll show you hooping the backs up. Let me take that out. Take the paper off the back. And then we've got now hoop that back up there.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Yeah. I think that looks nicer. Because it's got a harder fit.
Yeah.
It's got the buckram in.
Yeah.
So the backing I put in. This one has it built in.
It's already got it in.
But I still add it because I always add it. Whereas your ones.
I find those a comfortable cap,
Yeah.
but I mean,
No.
I'll.
No, I think they look nicer. But I think they embroider
That's
nicer.
better,
So there's
yeah.
a slight difference there. That's all. One in there.
Yeah.
Put that underneath. Put my hoop on. Make sure I'm square hoop. That's hooped. That's ready to go in the machine.
And that's why you've got to make sure that you're within the proper window. If not, the machine is going to snag.
Yeah, the machine. If the needle bar hits the side, if I go outside, it's £80 to £1,000 to be the damage on the bar. So it's you try and make sure you don't do that. That's hoop there, but I'm caught there, so I've got to undo it and fix that.
Okay.
So it doesn't hoop up anywhere near as easy.
So if an order comes in for a T-shirt, you're much happier.
Yeah.
Talking of which, it now means that as far as I'm concerned, I've got my T-shirt design.
Yes.
I'll put that in now. I'll superimpose that in there now.
Yes.
But I've got my T-shirt design, and I've got my cap front design.
Yes.
And I've got my cap back design.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say, and I noticed you got this one on the wall, if I was to say a polo design would be the Jodel with that underneath.
Yes.
So
fine.
if I say that that's a polo design, you're happy with that?
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problems at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason we've done away with the writing on the front.
Oh, I totally agree.
Was to get the plane
we
lower,
needed
to get
bring,
the Jodel
we needed
lower
to bring it down.
Yeah.
But no, so as I say, from my point of view, if I say it's a T-shirt design, it's the standard T-shirt.
Yeah.
If it's a polo, it's the combination of the aircraft and Jodel writing.
Yeah.
And the cap is the cap.
Yeah. All I'll have to just check is I can get the writing that size and the Jodel that size into that hoop.
Okay.
For a polo. I'm sure I can.
Yeah, although, you know, if I was to say that the polo would be the biggest you could possibly do to get them in.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's no problems. We can do that.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time and all the work.
And thank you for all the videos you do.
Well, I do try.
Yeah.
Terry did point out, for some reason it's not on the comments, but he did point out that if you watched all of my videos from the very beginning in one hit, it would take you 4.5 days.
I ain't doing that. Fridays at 7:30 in the morning, I'm happy with.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Tim.